when your company that you own stock in doesn't have a lot of press releases, anytime there's a press release, it's time to celebrate. So today, this morning, 8 a.m., Voxtur now offered by multiple, Voxtur AOL now offered by multiple lenders nationwide. So as Jim was talking on the conference call, that they are rolling out AOL, Attorney Opinion Letter, and signing up 9 lenders. Well, here's a press release talking about it. And it says that today announced the rollout of Attorney Opinion Letter with multiple lenders, including at least one top-tier bank and several mid-sized national lenders. So at least one top-tier bank. Well, what are the top-tier banks in the U.S.? Well, here's the top-tier banks. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, U.S. Bank Corp, PNC Financial, TD Bank, Capital One. So at least one, right? So now we're entering the big boys, right? It could be, could be Wells Fargo, could be Bank of America, or could be both of them, or could be Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, or U.S. Bank Corp. I don't know, but we are entering into the big leagues, right? Very excited. We are thrilled to see more lenders offering Voxtur AOL as an option to consumers as home prices and rates continue to rise, creating a cost-prohibitive housing environment. This is very important to understand. When mortgage rates are low and volumes are high, lenders have so much business they don't know what to do with. And then when this dries up, now they have to become more competitive. So they're looking for ways to become more competitive, because you know that when it comes to rates, they get access to capital from the same place, right? They can't really be too competitive on rates, but they can be competitive on other things like closing costs, right? And AOL is part of the closing costs. Title insurance is part of the closing costs. So if you can differentiate yourself on your closing costs, you can become more competitive. And AOL, now we are, September? So AOL, Voxtur was working on AOL for like 3 years. And AOL was approved in April. So May, June, July, August, September. So it took about 5 months for us to get this press release. So a lot of things have been going on behind the scenes. And now, multiple lenders signed up for it. And that's what it is with disruptive products, right? It takes time, especially with big institutions. It takes time. And I suspect that it's going to start slow, see how it goes, and then it can to take off. And also, if certain institutions, like for example, again, I don't know which ones it is, but let's say it's Wells Fargo, right? Let's say it's Wells Fargo that is offering this and is gaining market share from, let's say, Bank of America, because Bank of America doesn't do it. Then something like Bank of America is going to be like, well, what are they doing that is making them competitive? What are they doing that is making them take more of our clients? How are they becoming, cheaper? And then they're going to also look and be open to trying out AOL. Because at the end of the day, the lender wants to originate the loan and the lender wants to sell that loan. They don't care. They don't care if it's AOL or title insurance behind it, as long as it's approved by Fannie and Freddie and can be sold in the secondary market. They don't care what it is. And you as a consumer, Like, do you care if it's title insurance or AOL? No, it's the same thing, and whatever is cheaper, you can get, right? And so that's on the AOL side. And the same thing can be said with the appraisal, right? Remember how I made a video about how UWM, United Wholesale Mortgage, launched Appraisal Direct, and that Appraisal Direct allowed them to control the appraisal process. Instead of going through AMC's appraisal management companies, they went directly to the appraisers, and then the appraisals were cheaper, faster, and UWM, does things that make process better. And then what happened? They ate lunch of Rocket Mortgage, because the mortgage business is a commodity, okay? And the consumer doesn't really care who they get the mortgage from, as long as they get a better rate or lower closing costs. So anyway, this is good news. AOL is now officially launched. We'll see what happens.